Zyklon B was the trade name of a cyanide-based pesticide invented in the early 1920s, and manufactured by German chemical conglomerate IG Farben. Zyklon B consisted of hydrogen cyanide, a stabilizer, a warning odorant, and one of several adsorbents. Zyklon A was a previously produced liquid pesticide, which released hydrogen cyanide in a chemical reaction with water. After the invention of Zyklon B, Zyklon A production ceased. The product is infamous for its use by Nazi Germany to murder an estimated 1.2 million people, including approximately 960,000 Jews, in gas chambers installed in several extermination camps during the Holocaust. One of the co-inventors of Zyklon B, chemist and businessman Bruno Tesch, was executed by the British in 1946 for his role in this operation. Mechanism: hydrogen cyanide is a poisonous gas that interferes with cellular respiration. Cyanide prevents the cell from producing ATP by binding to one of the proteins involved in the electron transport chain. This protein, cytochrome C oxidase, contains several subunits and has ligands containing iron groups. The cyanide component of Zyklon B can bind at one of these iron groups, heme A3, forming a more stabilized compound through metal-to-ligand pi bonding. As a result of this new iron-cyanide complex, the electrons which would situate themselves on the heme A3 group can no longer do so. Instead, because of the new bond formed between the iron and the cyanide, these electrons destabilize the compound. Thus, the heme group no longer accepts them. Consequently, electron transport is halted, and the cell can no longer produce the energy needed to synthesize ATP. History: even before any of the modern methods of mass-producing prussic acid were developed, suggestions were made that it could be used systematically to kill humans. A Berlin pharmacist is credited with the proposal to use rags with prussic acid placed on bayonets to combat the advancing Napoleonic army in 1813. During World War I, the French army reportedly according to Fritz Haber, the German chemist who helped develop poisonous gas for German army use used 2,000 tons of prussic acid as a poison gas agent in artillery ammunition. Hydrocyanic acid was widely used for the fumigation of valuable tree crops. It was initially applied to citrus fruit in 1887 in California. Use spread to Spain and other countries using either liquid prussic acid, calcium cyanide, or sodium cyanide preparations. During World War I, other HCN-based pest control applications were developed, and soon fumigation of ships, stores, factories, and even residential buildings with hydrocyanic acid gas became a popular method of combating insect and rodent pests in many countries. Thousands of ships, cereal mills, and other food processing factories were fumigated with hydrocyanic acid gas until the mid-1930s in Germany alone. Degussa had a leading role in the German research on pest control with hydrocyanic acid gas from 1916-17 on. Degussa's expertise in handling HCN resulted from its use in the extraction of gold from gold ore. Initially, the so-called pot method was used to generate HCN gas by treating sodium cyanide or potassium cyanide with diluted sulfuric acid in a pot. Like the utilization of highly concentrated liquid prussic acid, the pot method has disadvantages. For example, prussic acid is chemically stable only for a limited period of time. Highly explosive air-HCN mixtures form easily when applied. In March 1919, Deutsche Gesellschaft für Unkrautausche Currency MPFUN GmbH was founded by a consortium of German chemical companies including Degussa, and initially led by chemistry Nobel laureate Fritz Haber. Haber had World War I experience in the development of poison gas for the German chemical warfare program. At Degich, Ferdinand Fleury developed Zyklon A in 1920. Its development was a major advance over previous methods of delivering hydrocyanic acid for pest control because of its improved chemical stability and the presence of a warning odorant. Walter Hurret, Bruno Tesch and Gerhard Peters were all collaborators of Fritz Haber working at the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute for Physical Chemistry and Electrochemistry at Berlin-Dahlem. Out of this group of Haber assistants, Walter Hurrett was named the official inventor of Zyklon B in a Daydish patent application from June 20,